We're just rolling right along with our reviews of films that showed last month at the New Horror Film Festival, and today we are taking a look at the feature film called Rosa Leigh. Now, Rosa Leigh tells us the story of a group of paranormal investigators who go to a school that apparently is haunted by some evil spirits. Well, they we're gonna go debunk this. Well, while they're at the school investigating, they accidentally release the evil spirits that they're meant to debunk, and soon we see them running for their lives from these spirits. Little do they know that one of the paranormal investigators actually has a closer connection to these evil beings than they realize. Rosa Leigh is written and directed by Christopher Maggard, and I really loved how they came up with the mythology for Rosa Leigh. It's based off of, I guess, actual real events, and I liked the supernatural twist and the setup, and all of that was a great lore. I love when films take time to establish some lore, especially with supernatural beings, because we get so much supernatural horror now. So I really liked the story and the approach and the backstory they came up with for these ghosties. And now the characters that we have in here, I thought was an interesting collection of individuals. Santiago Cirillo playing the Andrew character, who's like the lead investigator. Enjoyed his character quite a bit, and his bit of history that we get to learn about his character. There is some depth to these written to these characters. They're not just some cliche tropes, that we've seen in horror films. So I appreciated too that they tried to give these characters some depth. Jessica Page York plays Brandy. Joe Kidd plays Joe. And the character that I will say that I probably appreciated and loved the most was Eric Passeth character, Eric. I enjoyed this character quite a bit, and almost would have loved him to have his own movie where he's investigating some ghosty beings. I enjoyed his performance, his delivery, his chemistry with the other actors in each of the scenes he's in. I just really connected with this character and really liked how he was written in general. There's some really cool, creepy effects in here, special effects, some great makeup effects, especially on the child ghost. Kids can be creepy anyway. When you throw them in some very ghostly, creepy makeup, it just makes them even more creepy. And I loved the spirits that we end up getting introduced in here, and their design, the production design, and the location they picked is really darn creepy as well. Perfect for a supernatural film like this. Dark, shadowy hallways and a lot of different things visually going on, and they take advantage of the location that they're in. Now, about the only thing that I could say about the film, unfortunately, is the fact that it did feel a little bit long. I know it sounds like I've said this with other films, but it's true. This film has some great stuff going on, but it felt like it just went on just a little bit too long for me. And then there's a character in here, while I had no problems at all with the character and the way it was written and performed, I thought this character could have actually been removed from the film, maybe shorten the film up a little bit, and you wouldn't have really lost anything. There's an angle with the character involving religion that didn't feel like it really went too many places with it, like they could have, but they didn't. And but that was just me. I was hoping they would expand on it a little bit more, and they don't really. But yeah, there's some great creepy moments in here. So if you like supernatural horror films, I think you'll really enjoy this. The ending was also quite interesting as well, and I was hoping for a little bit different ending, but it wasn't a bad one. And in fact, the way the events play out, it made sense. So overall, I think that Rosa Leigh is a decent feature film. I think it could have been shorter and maybe been a longer, maybe a 50-minute film or so, but overall, well done, crafted. The audio in here also worked very well, and I think it's a good festival feature. And so if it's showing at a festival near you, you should check it out. Please also check out our Patreon if you haven't already. We got a lot of great stuff there for very reasonable prices. I appreciate your support, and remember, support indie horror.